One thing about it, y'all have got to leave Doechii alone. What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Look at the Material podcast. I'm your host, BK, and today we're going to talk about how the Doechii hate is so forced. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Why are people upset at Doechii, you may ask, right? She's turning looks in Paris. She's giving us get ready with me looks with Vogue. She's sharing a stage with Miss Lauryn Hill, getting anointed and shit. What could possibly be the problem with Doechii right now? Before we get into the clip of the video in question that has people in an uproar and has these niggas boxers in a bunch, I want to just mention the fact that as her brand is growing, right, as she's stepping into her moment as a celebrity, of course hate is going to come. Of course criticism is going to come. And I'm not even speaking from a perspective of someone who's just diving behind celebrities and shit like that. Like, I don't know that girl. I love her art. I love what she presents to the world. This is literally an observation that I've made as a bystander and as a fan. It's not just Doechii, right? When any of the girls, let's talk about the rap girls specifically, start to rise to fame and they go beyond making videos in their backyard, they go beyond just doing freestyles and they're actually making it on the main stage, winning Grammys, etc., 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 we justify bullying. We justify hate. And yes, all celebrities face scrutiny and things like that, but when it comes to the black girls and when it comes to the black rap girls specifically, y'all get nasty. And we like to say, oh, people are calling her an industry plant. This means she made it. People are dragging her name through the mud. That means she's made it. Okay. But why is that even acceptable? And I just don't like the fact that we accept so much reactionary criticism, especially to like our up and coming black girls like this. Like, she did not say anything that was so egregious to warrant this backlash. And I feel like that it's true every single time a black girl in public makes a mistake, we have to stop it. So I'm about to play the clip from the Hot Ones episode featuring Doechii and DJ Miss Milan. Make sure y'all go check it out. I'll put a link of it in the description because I think it's very cute and I love the way they interact with each other. Let's look at the material.
Okay, what's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
but that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men.
I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
I think you do, friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always go with your gut instinct.
I think you need more sauce.
And there lies the crime in question. And niggas lost their mind. I literally saw a tweet from this nigga named 19 Keys or whatever the fuck, and he misspelled her name, by the way, saying Doechii is pushing heterophobia. Are we serious? All because Doechii says that one of her red flags is a straight man in terms of her dating preference. We now jump to her pushing an agenda of discrimination against straight people? Let's be serious! And I've seen people bring up the fact that, okay, Denial is a River is about her thinking she's in a relationship with a straight man, but he is on the DL. He's on the down low. He is hiding his true sexuality. And in many interviews, Doechii kind of extrapolated on this story and said, I have no issue dating queer men by men. And it seems like from this clip, that's what she prefers if she's going to date a man, but she has a girlfriend right now. So this is all fucking irrelevant. Her main issue with the guy was that he lied. Yes, as a bisexual or queer woman, she entered into a relationship with a seemingly straight man. That's fine. There's no issue with that. Her issue was more so the lie and the betrayal. And I think overall people have created, particularly straight men have created this avatar for Doechii, right? They're like, she's a conscious rapper. She doesn't talk about popping pussy and sex and popping her ass. She doesn't shake her ass and show her titties and show her body. And I'm like, are we looking at the same artists? Are we listening to the same artists? Mama, she was showing Cat at the Paris Fashion Week. I'm not even going to show my girl, but you know what I mean? Like, and to think that like straight men feel some sort of like allegiance to her or are more drawn to her than they are the pussy rappers like Lotto or Megan. And they put that on her. And so when she says straight men are a red flag, it's like, whoa, I feel alienated. I don't feel centered in this weird fantasy that I made and created about you. I can't fuck no more. Bitch, you was never gonna be able to fuck. As I said, the woman has a woman. The woman has a girlfriend. You was never gonna hit that. And it's a lesson that like, men, y'all have your own little fantasies going on about women that you would never even be in the vicinity of. You need to like unpack that and dial that back. This idea of the male gaze on Doechii, this idea that they think that they are her core fan base. I literally seen niggas tweeting, she's gonna alienate her core fan base because it's mainly made up of straight men. I'm sorry, are you her manager or her team or her label that is getting back data analytics and analyzing that and determining that majority of her audience is straight men? I don't think so. What gave you that impression? Like, we're talking about the same woman that made Persuasive and Alter Ego and what it is before Alligator Bites Never Heal. Before y'all saw her on stage with Lauryn Hill. Before y'all heard Boom Bap. Before you even knew who the fuck she was. The girls and the gays and the theys have been there, have been present for her. I'm going to say a word and you're going to probably shut down. But this is what it is. We live in a patriarchy. What is a patriarchy? Let's look it up. A patriarchy is a social system in which positions of authority are primarily held by men. The term patriarchy is used both in anthropology to describe a family or clan controlled by the father or eldest male or group of males. In feminist theory, to describe a broader social structure in which men as a group dominate society. So if men as a group have historically dominated society and continue to do so, what does that say about our society as a whole and how it treats women? What does that indicate about the ways in which men can dominate and conquer and move in this world? Even when we think about the statistics of gender-based violence towards women, right? Just a couple stats here, right? In the US, femicide, or the intentional killing of women because of their gender, accounts for the deaths of more than 5 women every single day. And it represents 70% of all female deaths among high-income countries. Approximately 70% of intimate partner homicide victims are female, highlighting the gendered nature of such violence. Firearms are involved in about 67% of femicide cases in the US, with an average of 70 women being shot and killed by intimate partner violence each month. Now, this does not mean that same-sex intimate partner violence doesn't happen. It just shows that in a culture and a society dominated by men, it is more probable that as a woman you will experience harm due to a man. And as a bi woman who is in a long-term committed relationship with a straight man, I'm here to also tell you that it's not just like women are afraid of straight men killing them or abusing them or harming them. Like, I'm not in that situation with my cishet partner. What it does mean is that there's a lot of things that have to be unlearned in terms of how men are socialized to be men. Typically that looks like be strong, fuck good, make a lot of money, be stoic, don't have emotions. The only emotion you can express is anger, destruction, and conquering. That's not even good for men. Like 1 in 4 men are themselves. This isn't good for men either. So it's like, if we want to get dark, if we're going to get deep, if we want to get morbid about like why a straight man would be a walking flag, a walking red flag, we can do that. And I encourage you to do your own research into those statistics. But something that I also saw is that people were saying, oh, she's a man hater because she reads bell hooks. And there's a book that I want to recommend by Bell Hooks about masculinity in particular, because Bell Hooks is very sympathetic to Black men in particular in her books. She describes the realities of male-dominated patriarchy, you know, and the harms of that. But she also offers a way for men to look at their masculinity through a macro lens, to kind of zoom out a little bit and see in which ways these patriarchal systems oppress them as well. This book is called A Will to Change by Bell Hooks, and it's something that my partner, who is a male, a cishet male, has read plenty times, and it's not just a matter of like being a good guy and just like doing the work and that's it and that's done. It's a lifelong unraveling that takes place to understand just the intricacies of patriarchy. You may hear that and think, oh, fucking like free bleeder, armpit hair wearing feminists came up with this term to hate men. That is not only just misconstrued and just wrong, but it's such a surface level understanding of what, you know, feminism and even like gender equality even is. So although this is just a video that men are reacting to in a negative way, I just thought that there were so many other conversations to be had about, you know, the way that we relate to each other as men and women. And straight men just need to stop centering themselves. You can't center yourself in her career, in her fan base even. You can't. And you have to be able to like look at yourself and be like, damn, like a woman was just expressing her feelings. Why am I all fucking hot and bothered and blood pressure up at 8 a.m. off of a woman who says what her dating preferences are? Are we okay? I don't think we're okay. And I feel like a lot of the views of like women who are womanists or feminists is that like we want to separate from men altogether or whatever the case may be. No, we want to be able to coexist with men in a healthy way. But it's like there's a lot of work that needs to be done on both parties. Because again, I mentioned the pick-me's that were like, oh, she's a man hater. She's a man hater in order to get male attention or male validation, seemingly, right? Sometimes women have internalized misogyny because they're raised under a patriarchy as well. We internalize views about other women like, oh, well, there's women that say the same things that straight men say about Megan. Like all she does is talk about her pussy. And that's just like factually wrong. That's factually incorrect. I encourage you to go like listen back to some albums and open up Rap Genius and really see what's going on. I implore you to revisit Traumazine. Start there. And then I want you to go back and stream Alligator Bites Never Heal and also pull up the lyrics and really understand and absorb the range of topics and emotions Doechii explores in her music. And I love that her song Anxiety is going crazy right now because again, like just another, and she's singing on that one, right? It just shows like she's everything. You can't put her in a box, right? And I think the way that she presents, people just assume that she was heterosexual. And some people that are just like exoticizing by people are like, ooh, like I'm straight, but like she could get with me. Or like, ooh, she could turn out a straight woman. Like mine going in all types of different uninformed places. But like even her bisexuality was probably looked at in a fetishy type of way where straight men are centering themselves in her own like sexual experience, right? And sexual orientation. And you know what's so funny too? As this video is going viral and people, particularly straight men, are blowing a gasket at Doechii, you got DDG showing his ass on Twitch, terrorizing and harassing Halle online.
Don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these stocks. You tell me that you gon' move on, but I know you not.
And you got Tory Lanez talking about Doechii, like got Doechii name in his mouth. Let me pull up these lyrics because I saw this and was like, unrelated topic. Other day I seen Doechii rapping tongues and I low-key love her. I won't DM and fuck the chance up that we gon' be fucking. And I don't wanna be sitting in the bed with her one day. She on the gram looking back like, I know you wasn't. Oh, like, niggas' knee-jerk reaction was to be like, not all straight men, or oh my gosh, she's gonna alienate straight men, or what did straight men ever do, or you're pushing heterophobia. You got DVD and Tory Leprechaun Lanes showing Balloon Knot on the TL, attacking women. Just closing the little circle and proving the goddamn point. All in all, leave that baby alone. She is up and up and up and up, doing what she needs to do to secure her future, to push forward culture, fashion, hip hop. She's got the Met Gala coming up. I believe she's on a committee, and I'm so excited to see the looks that she's gonna turn. Like, the hate is forced. Kill the industry plant shit. This bitch has been building her career for years and years and years. It's quite literally documented. She's getting anointed by one of the greatest of all times in Miss Lauryn Hill. And everybody else in the industry too that is crowning her in this moment. When she said, I'm everything, and she said, look, hey, this is what it is, she wasn't asking for your permission. She was saying, bitch, you can take it or leave it, because this is who I am. And I just love to see her thrive. I think that Black women like her existing in the limelight like this, it just brings so much warmth to my heart. Young Black girls need to be seeing somebody live authentically and unapologetically like Doechii. Looking like that, like y'all see that, the inspired, she got that bitch looking like, yeah, I got so many compliments on my hair. Shout out Doechii, she was literally on the mood board. Like, I showed the braider, I was like, do this. Anyway, we got a little homework to do. If you don't want to immediately dive into A Will to Change by Bell Hooks, even though I highly recommend that, look up the words patriarchy. Look up the words feminism. Like, I think a lot of these words that are being brought up in discourse, you just don't understand what they mean. And you've never taken the time to like research and figure out what you're so upset about. Because we want equality for you too, nigga. We think patriarchy is fucking y'all shit up too, nigga. Particularly us, if you catch my fucking drift. So let me know what you thought about this fiasco. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.